Of Trumpington there lived a crooked miller. He was always drunk and loved cheating people out of their flour. Then one day he messed with the wrong duo. They were headstrong and lusty. Both were playful folk, and the miller had wronged their professor. As they arrived at the miller's house, Alan said,
"Hail, Simon, fate the bound. How fares thy lovely daughter and thy wife?"
"Perhaps this foreshadows what was to come." The miller reflected on how cunning he was.
All this is but a wile, to trick them they think no one has the guile, but by my thrift, hoodwinked they both shall be, for all the craft in their philosophy, for every trick, each clever move they make, the more that I can steal, the more I'll take, instead of flour, I will give them bran, the greatest scholars, not the wisest man, as to the wolf they say, once spoke the mare, for all their learning I don't give a tear.
So yeah, he was a bad guy. So bad that when he thought the two were on his crookery, he sneaked into his barn and set the pair's horses free.
"Oh, well dang, our horse is lost. Come, Ellen, by God's bones. Get on your feet, man. Come, the horse."
While John and Alan ran after their horses, the miller stole more of the flour and replaced it with bran. Oh, the fiend! By the time the two returned, it was dark, so they asked if they could stay the night.
"Such as it is, you're welcome to your parts."
So they all settled down in the same room, the miller and his wife, John and Alan, and the daughter alone. The daughter was a well-developed lass. She had a snub nose, eyes as gray as glass, her buttocks broad, her breasts were round and high, her hair was very fair. The miller snorted in his sleep, and paid no mind at all to what his tail might do behind. Lying in bed, Alan concocts a plan for getting revenge by doing the dirty tango with the miller's daughter. So Alan jumps into her bed and shows her how babies are made. While the dance is occurring, John stews in bed, determined to not go the night without any action.
He hath the miller's daughter in his arms. He took a chance, and now his needs be fed. If ever it be true that I may thrive, you wench, now I will screw.
So he moved the cradle from the bottom of the married couple's bed and moved it to his own. Soon the wife gets up to relieve her bladder. She took a piss, and when she returns, she hops into bed with John, since she thought it was the bed she shared with the miller. Soon John leapt up and with a hearty will was lying on her. Hardly had this wife had such a merry fit in all her life, so hard and deep he thrust as if he gone mad.
I'm turned the wrong way around. My head is dizzy from my work tonight. It hath me straying. This is not the right direction. By the cradle I can tell. The miller lieth here, his wife as well.
The sun rose. Alan left the daughter's bed and searched for John's bed. He felt the cradle, thought it was the miller's bed, so he moved to the other one. However, since Alan had moved the cradle, he got into the bed of the miller. Thinking it was John, Alan revealed his deed.
"Hey, John, wake up, for Christ's soul, ye swinehead, and listen, whilst thee hear of noble games, I tell ye by that lord they called St. James. In this short night 3 times, without a slack, I screwed his daughter flat upon her back, while like a coward thee hast been in dread."
The miller was angry. "You shall be dead, then, by God's dignity. Who dares to be so bold as to disgrace my daughter? Come from such a worthy race."
All this commotion awakens the wife.
"Lord, I call to thee, wake up, Simon, the fiend's on top of me."
Since it was still dark and the wife was panicking, she sees a hint of white and, thinking it was one of the students, strike the figure down. But alas, it was her husband.
"Help, or I die."
The clerks then beat him up and let him die. Made ready, took their horses without delay, also their meal, and rode off on their way. And so the haughty miller took a beating and lost the grinding fee for all his cheating. He bought and paid for all they had to sup, both John and Alan, those who beat him up. His wife was screwed, his daughter too. That's how it is for millers who are false.